Hey, I didn't know if I was going to be able to make this video because I couldn't find my tripod and the camera, but I found it. So I guess we're going to make one. And it just rained. The hoopie is still wet, but the sun just came out. So I think it's appropriate to switch to the sun clothes. Okay, so I have a bunch of plants back here that I've had for several years in pots, and that I have recently collected thanks to the end of season sales going on that I need to plant. And considering that it just kind of rained today and it's expected to rain tomorrow, and it's warm today, cool at night, wonderful time to plant these. So I don't know if you can tell, let me take you over there. I got this wagon with a bunch of tools I need. The wagon's also got, and the main reason why I have the wagon is because it's got a 50-50 mix of compost and native soil, because the directions for me, because I'm planting in the soil pretty clay heavy, is that all of these need holes twice as big as the plant is. You put your plant in and you keep it raised up. You don't go deep, you just go wide. So you keep it raised up an inch above the ground. So the top of the plant soil is an inch above native soil, and you backfill with all this half-half mix. So I've got this. More compost to mix in. I do not have anything to shuffle with. I have to go get more tools. But I can start, probably, somehow. But yeah, I got a whole bunch of stuff in here. I'll go through them one by one. But right here we have my witch hazel. And here we have my Leyland cypress, which this one is not deer resistant and everything else is. So I'm gonna not plant this out here. Look at him. Look at him. My little garden monster sleeping in the woods, probably getting bugs. Kentucky, what are you doing? Go back to what you were doing. Or come stand by me. Anyway, whatever I was saying about the Leyland cypress, that is, that's not deer resistant, so I'm going to plant it closer to the house, because as this border back here, it would not do a good job, because the deer obviously can pretty easily come up in the woods. And the pool house is where Kentucky and I are staying, and he will kind of own this space, and there won't be as much deer activity because of his presence. So I'm gonna plant those closer to the house. But then I have a red bud, a whole lot of winterberry holly, different varieties, because winterberry holly is, there's berry poppins here, which is a female variety, and I had little goblin guy here, and that is a male variety, and those two are some berry poppins, and they did not get berries on them from this one. And this is a discontinued variety. They no longer sell this one. And I saw this in the store next to this, which is a Mr. Poppins, which is another male variety. So I got, this is a male, and then these three are the same kind, the berry poppins females. So those are all going to get planted right beside each other, and we're going to see if we can get these other ones to produce some berries for us, because look at this one. It is pretty. And then back here, well, Anyway, I'll get into more details of the other plants. Some viburnums, false cypress. Actually, that's it. I need to get more plants because I'm taking those out. As you can see, I have flag, 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 flag. Those are the spacing to put these plants, and I've already decided to change them. This flag and that flag are for the Leland cypress, so those are gonna come out. My line can move up. I might clump them because they're all side by side, so I might clump and bring them up some more and just keep stacking down. Okay, here we go. First thing is unload the plants where I know they're gonna go to start, or something. Yeah, let's just set the plants out. Okay. I forgot that these were in there too. This is a laced up elderberry, dark purple leaves, tall, skinny. And this is a lemony lace, rounder shrub type, lacy chartreuse leaves. Oh, both elderberries, both year resistant. And they go in here too. This is my first pass at the layout. Not even half of it is covered, which is fine. I have more plants that can go down there, and I have more plants to go this direction. So this is, let's say, this back wall, essentially here, is, we're facing north, so it gets all the sun. This side, we're facing east, so it doesn't get sun until about noon or 1-ish. And then the sun goes behind these trees around, say, 7 hours at most is the daylight here, so just not quite full sun. So everything here is like, that is witch hazel. It gets upwards to 40 feet tall and wide, so that likes part shade to full shade. Then we have all these other ones can handle part shade. Over here, first off was the witch hazel. It's lovely. It's carmine red, so that will bloom in February. Hopefully it'll fill up this whole space. It just would stay shaded from the sun setting there, so it's just getting direct sunlight directly above, and it'll appreciate that. This one is the Viburnum Sparklers. It's a Monrovia, obviously. Weeping Redbud Golden Falls. So weeping tree, and that one gets upwards of 15 feet wide, maybe tall as well. This gets about 10 feet tall, but like 4 feet wide. So then I've got another viburnum. I need that one. I actually got this one first. Blue Muffin. It is an arrowwood. Oh my goodness. It's putting off a bloom. You see that? That's crazy. So that is an arrowwood, and that is an arrowwood viburnum. You need both of them so that they can pollinate each other. Different varieties, so that this will produce the berries. It'll still bloom, obviously, but it won't produce berries, and I wanted berries. Next are my fall cypress. These are 6 to 10 feet tall and wide, so they'll just be kind of a nice evergreen, chartreusey, soft serve gold is what they're called, so I guess they're more gold. This is laced up elderberry. It gets like 2 to 4 feet wide and 10 to 14 feet tall, so it'll go up. Nothing else is like really going to compete with it vertically. I wanted to pop it out just a little bit so that it was a little bit more present, a little more featured. Push this chartreuse elderberry back some, because that's chartreuse, this is chartreuse. I wanted this to be able to create a wall in between the two. Chartreuse, not chartreuse. I don't know what that witch hazel is. It is showing me a fall color. That's what I picked it up. So then the winter berries, I placed the berry poppins, all in the front, and then Mr. Poppins, and then little goblin guy in the back. And I think I'm gonna go scour my plants real quick to make sure I don't have more to put out in this pile. You know, I actually have some plants laid out over here that I think I'm gonna put the Leyland cypresses over here. So this is east facing side of the house, and it stays shaded until the sun comes up there. A few hours, so it's part shade to full shade plants will probably do wonderfully over here. Because it gets morning light, we can definitely give things that need a little less exposure will be fine over here. My rhododendron fell. Let me fix that. Okay, the rhododendron just wants to tip over. But I have, rhododendron gets 4 to 6 feet tall and wide. I want to keep it below this window. It's not exactly deer resistant, that's why I want to keep it close to the house. I have these white Rose of Sharon pillars that get 10 to 16 feet tall. The top of the house is 15 feet, and I don't want to go above that because I'm thinking about putting solar panels up there. So 5 feet, right? No, 4 to 6 feet, 10 to 15, so it'll frame over the window and then cast a lot of shade on the house to kind of keep it cooler. I was hoping it would stay cooler. These here are fine line buckthorns that I've got a soft serve that I have over there as well. I want to put a low blue evergreen here, and then another fine line buckthorn over there. But the camera there is sitting on top of my septic. So this is the septic to the house, or the pool house. This is the satellite for cable and internet, or cable satellite. The DirecTV is no longer here. Then the HVAC thing and some patio stuff that needs to get cleaned out before the season's over. But I was thinking about turning this whole thing into a flower bed. So flower bed all around in that direction. And see how you can see our pots over there. Yeah, so in here I wanted to plant this up, but I'm not sure about the plumbing. I'm pretty sure that the plumbing comes in from the house right here. See that there? I think it comes in here. I think it goes out that way. And then there's probably a drain field, but where's that drain field? Probably there or here somewhere. It's most certainly not there. And then the lines for these dishes run from there over to the house. And then power from the house runs from that line underground to that conduit. So it shouldn't be over there. Now, that soft serve is clearly going to be on some plumbing. So maybe this gets rearranged. But maybe this is where I just put the Leyland cypress for now while they're still small. And